Fall armyworm, scientifically known as Spodoptera frugiperda. It is an exotic insect that is mostly found in the American and in the Central American continents. It is a highly polyphagous pest that is known for its destructive feeding habits. It causes damage in a wide range of crops, starting from rice, maize, sorghum, sugarcane, and other vegetable crops. Namaskar, dear viewers. Welcome to another episode of ICAR RC NEH podcast. I'm your host, Rachita Barjena, and today we will be discussing about the management of fall armyworm infestation, along with Madam Dr. Rumki Sangma, scientist of entomology at ICAR RC NEH Meghalaya. Namaskar, Madam. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Rachita. Thank you for inviting me to this podcast.
So, ma'am, you know in entomology that before learning to tackle any insect or pest, it is very much important to know about the characters and about the physical appearances of the insect. So, how would you suggest a farmer to identify this fall armyworm?
Yes, correct identification of the insect is essential so that suitable control measures can be applied. So the different stages of this insect can also be easily identified in the field by its various morphological characters. So for the first stage, that is the egg stage, the female moths lays eggs in groups or in masses and usually covered by tuft of hairs produced from their body. And they usually they may be dark or grey in color.
Okay.
So as for the larval stage, which is a damaging stage, they can be identified by the presence of 4 black spots which are arranged in square shaped on its 8th and 9th abdominal segments, and also by the presence of the inverted Y-shaped marked on the forehead. So for the adults resemble the other Spodoptera species, and as for the forewings of the male moths, they are dark brown with the presence of triangular white spots. As for the females, they are duller greyish brown in color, and for the hind wings, they are usually cream or pale in color. So these are the certain morphological characters by which they can be identified.
Okay. So, ma'am, whatever right now you have shared with us, I think with the help of that, our farmers will be able to identify this insect. So, ma'am, this fall armyworm, it seems like a real trouble to the farmers. So, ma'am, kindly tell us about the nature and about the symptoms of damage of this insect.
Yes, Rachita, we have been facing a problem of this fall armyworm in a maize field for the past few years. So the damage is caused by the larvae called the caterpillars. So the young caterpillars, upon hatching from the egg, they roam around on the leaf surface and they feed by scraping of the leaf surface, leading to the formation of characteristic peppery membranous patches on the leaves. They are also gregarious in the younger stages, and as the larva grows older, they feed solitarily on the holes of the maize plants, which are the growing points, and also they make larger holes on the leaves, usually accompanied by the presence of the larval droppings and the frass. And the infestation due to the older larva also gives the appearance of like the leaves appear torn or ragged appearance. Then in severe cases of infestation, they also cause extensive defoliation, leading to leaving only the midribs and the veins. And also in case of sometimes we may also find them feeding on the tassels and the crops of the maize crop. So these are some of the symptoms which we can identify in the field.
So, ma'am, I think now whatever the points you have mentioned, they sound really devastating, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So, ma'am, before proceeding further towards management practices, ma'am, I want you to describe about the economic threshold level of this fall armyworm.
Yes, when we say economic threshold level, it refers to the level of the pest population at which control measures should be initiated so that the pest population is prevented from reaching the economic injury level or the EIL level at which the economic loss starts happening.
Okay.
So the ETL level for this is generally 1 egg mass or 1 larvae per plant. So if we consider the percent damage, usually the ETL is 10% damage crop for this insect.
Okay. Now, ma'am, that we have already known about the ETL, ma'am, kindly describe about the various cultural control methods that can be adopted by the farmers in order to save their crops.
Yes, Rachita, there are certain cultural practices that can be easily adopted in the field. So the first would be deep ploughing. Deep ploughing is generally done so that the pupa that is in the soil can be exposed to its predators, or it is usually destroyed at the time of ploughing itself. So the another thing that can be done is early sowing. Early sowing helps the crops to withstand or tolerate the attack big infestation season by this particular insect. Then again we can go for crop rotation. Crop rotation with known host plants. Generally, like what happens is it breaks the life cycle. Also it prevents the continuous supply of food to the insects. Then we can also go for intercropping with non-host plants like the legumes, usually in the ratio of 4:1. For every row of maize, we plant 1 row of legumes. That can also be done to reduce the incidence or reduce the spread of this particular insect. Then wherever possible to cultivate or grow less tolerant or resistant varieties, and also to grow trap crops like the napier grasses are also known to be a host of this particular insect. So they can be grown as trap crops, and the infested napier grasses can then be destroyed using other means. So these are some of the cultural practices.
So ma'am, whatever points you have mentioned right now, I think they are very much crucial that our farmers should follow.
Yes.
Now ma'am, we have already discussed about the cultural control methods. So ma'am, what are the mechanical and the physical control methods for fall armyworm?
So under mechanical and physical control methods, the first thing would be handpicking of the egg masses as well as the gregarious young stages of the larvae, and as well as collection of the older larvae and killing them by destroying them by either crushing them or by simply dipping them in water where kerosene or other insecticides are placed. So that can be done. And also collection and destruction of severely infested plants can also be done. Then we can also go for application of dry sand, usually on the holes of the maize plant, because it acts as a mechanical irritant as well as a physical desiccant. So that can be done as soon as the incidence of FAW is seen. Then lastly, we can also go for use of pheromone traps, usually at the rate of 15 traps per acre. So these are some of the physical as well as mechanical methods of controlling this insect.
Yes ma'am, it really seems like mechanical and physical control methods are equally important as cultural methods.
Yes.
Ma'am, nowadays we know that biological management practices are being popularized by various institutions, by our institution as well. So ma'am, what are the biological management practices for fall armyworm?
Yes, the use of biocontrol agents is very common. To increase the activity of the natural enemies or the biocontrol agents, which we say like parasitoids or the predators, it is always advisable to increase the biodiversity of the crop plants, and that can either be done by planting flowering crops, or also we can go for intercropping with legume plants. So this will increase the activity of the natural enemies. And another thing that can be done is augmentative release of egg parasitoids like the Trichogramma species, Trichogramma petrosum, or also the egg parasitoid like Telenomus, ramus, wherever it is available, at the rate of 50,000 numbers per acre at weekly intervals. So another thing that can be done is use of entomofungal pathogens like Metarhizium anisople, which can be applied at the rate of 5 gram per liter, like for whole application of the maize plants. Then another thing that can be done is application of this bacterial biopesticides, that is Bacillus thuringiensis variety Kurstaki, at the rate of 2 gram per liter of water or 2 ml per liter of water depending on the formulations. And lastly, we can also go for application of other biopesticides like spinosad or the imamectin benzoate, usually at the rate of 0.3 ml per liter of water. So these are some of the biocontrol practices which can be followed for managing this particular insect.
So ma'am, the points that you shared right now, ma'am, I think they will be helpful for those farmers who want to apply biological management practices in their field, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay ma'am, lastly, coming to chemical control methods, how can farmers adopt this method against fall armyworm insect?
Yes, chemical control measures are also there, usually applied as a need base and as a last resort. So the first thing that can be done is seed treatment with insecticides which are having lesser residual toxicity. like cyantranileprol or thiamethoxam, usually at the rate of 4 ml per kg of seeds. So this at the time of, they can be applied as seed dressing, and they will offer protection up to 3 weeks after seed germination. So in order to manage older larvae, like second, third, fourth insta larvae, another thing is also the same thing can be done like by applying insecticides which are having lesser residual toxicity, the same thing that is the thiamethoxam or chlorantraniliprol, usually at the rate of 0.3 ml per liter of water. And it is always advisable that to use only the recommended doses of insecticides, and insecticides usually should be applied either in the early morning or in the evening hours, so for better adhesion on the crop surface.
Yes, ma'am, you rightly said that always the recommended dose should be applied by the farmers.
Yes.
So ma'am, finally we have come to an end of this discussion. I hope that all our viewers must have received a very helpful information regarding the management of fall armyworm and its infestation. So thank you so much, ma'am, for sparing your valuable time and being a part of this discussion. So until we meet again, keep following these good cultivation practices. Thank you.